Good morning. Today I want to discuss something that I would like to show you guys. Where we are is where I make my feeds from. I've told you many times that we are among the blessed countries in this world. Why? Because we have the green, we have everything that an animal would really need to have. I want you to see the whole of this area. I don't know, maybe you might be asking yourself, what is Hamis doing with this? These guys are offloading. I think you can see. That's our truck. We are trying to offload all the stovers or the leftovers. You know, we have planted maize for quite some time, and this is the maize. This maize, we used to do silage of maize, and we used to do a maize silage, inclusive of the grain itself. But this time, we didn't want to make a whole maize, and even our neighbors were much interested in the grain. That's why they have removed it. So now, this leftover, me, I was talking to a certain specialist in South Africa, and the guy was telling me, Hamis, you have a lot of resources in your country, but you people, you're just lazy that you don't even know what to do. Look at this. The reason why we carried them, we planted this maize. Then after planting this maize, we harvested it. After harvesting it, we took off the grain. The grain, we are going to make maize for my workers. Then after making maize flour for my workers, the maize bran is going to come back. So when the maize bran come back, we are going to crush this and we make silage. Like the real silage we've been making, it's the same way we are going to do it. This is the machine that we are going to use. This machine will crush it. Then after crushing it, we put, we make this into silage. Then after making silage, do you see these cobs? I think the cameraman can even get much closer to show you that have carried all these cobs. After removing the grain, this one I'm going to crush it into a powder using the same machine. Then after crushing it into a powder, this powder, I'm going to mix it in my crushed grass, which is also Chloris Guyana. I think you showed them that. That is called Chloris Guyana. I'm going to crush it into a powder. Then, and I think the powder is here. I'll let the cameraman also show you. This is the powder I'm talking about. So this, I'm going to also crush the cobs. Then after crushing the cobs, I'm going to mix them in this. Then I'll put in alfalfa grass. I'll put in Bracharia molato, so that I make a cocktail. This doesn't have a super standard measurements, let me say, because these are all organic feeds. But of course, a goat cannot eat more than 4 kilos of this. You get? So it will only be eating like maybe 2-3 kilos maximum. When I have mixed this, is going to be a powder, and this I will mix it with this. I'll put in a powder of alfalfa, then I'll make a super meal. The nutritionist told me that there is a lot of fiber here, there is a lot of energy, and also those hard particles that I'll get from here really helps an animal do a lot of chewing. That helps it to digest earlier. It produces a lot of enzymes when it is chewing. The more it chews, the more it produces a lot of enzymes that breaks down the feeds. So actually, what I'm trying to explain to you is that never and never allow to waste. You see those stovers, please use them. You see these cobs, please use them. Also, you who are doing soya, you can as well do the same. And those who are doing maize, sorry, the beans, the leftovers as well, do it, because it is going to be very, very important for you. My people, the concept of this food, the concept of this project is all about food. Feeding is the first priority in this, because however much you'll have good animals, you don't have feeds, they will have nothing to convert. Look at, I wanted also I'm going to make a silo. I told you long time ago that me, I do what they call surface silo. I don't dig the deep, sorry, the pits. Those pits you're making, if they get spoiled underneath, it is very hard for you to identify and know that there is a problem underneath. But if I do the surface silage, like the way you see, I can easily know where there is a problem. I open it and then I use it. This silo you see, it has been here for 2 years. I want you to come and show these guys the silo that have taken, actually it has taken 3 years on ground. Come with me and see. This one, we took it. There was a silo here a few days ago. It had taken 2 years and now we have eaten it. We are going to do another to show you another silo. You see, this is another silo. This silo, you can actually realize it. What I'm telling you is the truth. Look at that. Those trees grew on top of the silo and then they even got dried and still the food is intact. So this silo is 3 years old. Just imagine. Now I have decided, because we are in a dry spell, and I've decided to start using it. So that's why we have opened it up now. You see, I want you to show these people. You remember we used sugar grass, and that was some time back. I want you to see we are still feeding on the same. We are still feeding on the same. So this has been here for 3 years. Just tell me, you people who are making silage and it takes just 5 days to get rotten. This is 3 years. So the compaction and the storage, no penetration, that is what can save us. So my dear, the reason of making this video is to awaken you up and understand the resources that we have, the resources that we can use in our country, not only Uganda, but even other countries in Africa. Africa can be a source of feeds, can be source of, animal feeds for all over the world. But the only problem is we don't know how to utilize it. In Africa, there is also other countries which are much advantaged than others, like Uganda. If you hear part of Africa, I don't know what you understand about it. I don't know how you hear it, but in reality, this is what we have. So I'll show you even the videos when we are crushing that stovers, when we are crushing the cobs, when we are mixing it in the feeds. These animals will look better and better, and at a cheaper cost, at a zero cost almost, because I got my grains, my maize already from those stovers, and now I'm going to use even the stovers. I'm even going to use the stoves. So that means I've lost nothing on the maize. The only magic behind it is how you crush it and mix it, then give it to your animals. Let me just wish you the best, you guys. Bye-bye for now.